Okay, so flash forward now a couple of hours. We ended up going to Magic Kingdom after Galaxy's Edge, but I wanted to cap off this video because this video is going to go up before all the rest of the videos from this trip so that it's current because of Galaxy's Edge, obviously. Oh my gosh, today was just incredible being able to go to the pass holder preview of Galaxy's Edge. So I just wanted to film this quick little outro and say, what did everybody think? What were your raw reactions of Galaxy's Edge?
The positives was it was a lot long. The actual ride was a lot longer than I anticipated. I anticipated a short, quick, a very quick ride, get people through, but it wasn't. It was kind of a long, well-made ride. It is something that's interactive. It is something that depends on other people. So if you do have a young kid that's in the pilot, which that's fine. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, if there's a young kid that's being the pilot, they're going to tend to bump around and maybe crash the Millennium Falcon a little bit early or something like that, but it's no big deal. They have different things set up that, all those things can happen and you still have a good time, so that's kind of neat. Being the pilot was neat, though. You're either the left pilot or the right pilot. I was the left pilot, so that made me, when you're on the left, you go side to side. When you're on the right, that you go up and down, so it's kind of neat. Either one you get is kind of neat, and the gunners are neat. You get to fire stuff and blow stuff up. That's cool. And the engineer, you get to attach on to different parts and you retrieve different material that's good for the galaxy and things like that. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was cool. So that was, you both went back a second time and did the single rider, and so that's when you were the pilot for that time. But the first time we were both gunners and you were an engineer. And what were you the second time? Engineer second time too. Yeah.
At least I knew the second time what I
what you were doing. Yeah.
The first time I had no idea what buttons they were saying.
I know. Yeah, that was kind of
what the object was. But the second go around was a little better. At one point it said 100% accuracy, so I guess I did what I was supposed to on the...
I don't know what I was supposed to do with mine had like a negative something. I don't know what, I have to learn more about that. But that's what I'm excited for my second time, now that like you said, know kind of what to anticipate. I think it's going to be like a lot smoother. And yeah, I think it's going to be cool to have a more successful mission where we don't crash the way we did on our very first one.
And the line wait is neat because it's like Pandora, it's like Flight of Passage. It's so interactive as you're walking through the line and waiting. There's so much to see. It's kind of neat just to watch it and look at it, and so it kind of keeps you occupied the whole time you're there. You really don't notice that you're waiting half hour, 50 minutes long.
Yeah, I like that about it.
As a non-real Star Wars fan, I like the land. I like the theming was great. The way it looked, I liked it better than Avatar.
Than Pandora. Yeah.
But I do like Flight of Passage, the ride, maybe better than this ride. Just theming.
That's interesting. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
But no, this was fun and just wasn't
maybe
as exciting as the Flight of Passage.
I was thinking that too, and I think one of us said something at some point how it's like on the Millennium Falcon you are so focused on having to constantly push the buttons that sometimes you're missing like what actually is happening, having to enjoy the screen, whereas like with Flight of Passage, it's like you're constantly turned to the side pushing buttons and not really being able to watch where you're going. So, and with Flight of Passage, you're just enjoying it. It's like such an immersive like flight. So I was kind of thinking that too, but that being said, it was still amazing. The interactive part about it makes it so incredible. So I really love that. For me, the land was just amazing. I couldn't get over how massive everything was and how this really, I think you experienced a little bit of this in Pandora when they opened Pandora, the World of Avatar, how there's like all the side paths and just different things, but this was like that times 10. It's so much larger. At
one point I said, we should probably get ready to go back to Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
And I really said that because it was like you're totally away from
Hollywood Studios.
It does not feel like you're in Hollywood Studios at all. You are totally immersed in it, and you're constantly hearing you know, spacecraft land and take off and rev up and get ready to take off, and
Yeah,
it's
it was like
really
you
neat.
exited Hollywood Studios
That's
to
true.
its own park. Yeah.
That was actually when me and Alyssa were stoked, because we were having to sign in for our D23 tickets. So we were like just on a bench there in the land, and my parents both went out back into Hollywood Studios to get something to eat, and you called and you said that, and it was so true. It almost feels like you don't register it as Hollywood Studios because it feels like it is a completely different place. So that was just so amazing. I loved, and the grandeur of that reveal of like when you come around and see where the Millennium Falcon is, and then the giant mountains there, like that was just, pictures and videos don't do it justice. It was amazing. So yes, definitely had the best day ever.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
Passholder preview was amazing. So thank you so much for coming along. Be sure to subscribe, because after this I'm going right to Disneyland and D23, and then back here for opening day of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I'm so excited.
All right.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.